Yes, so let's get on with more spookiness. So, our next guest is an author, and she's got an interesting story to tell about a special place she's visited. So, please welcome Hildy Silverman. Hi, Hildy.
Hi, Amber. How are you?
I'm doing very, very well. So, tell me, why are you on my Halloween show?
Well, I guess because I'm a horror writer, I write a lot of scary stuff. I'm also a past president of the Garden State Horror Writers and a big Halloween fan. I'm very, very jealous of your producer's trip to Romania. That looks like a blast.
Oh,
On to do
oh,
that someday.
he'll go with you back. He'll go back with you. I'm sure he will. Yes. So Hildy, someone told me you visited a very scary place.
Yes, indeed. I visited the Stanley Hotel for a horror writers retreat a few years ago. And the Stanley is the hotel that Stephen King was stuck at in a snowstorm and was his inspiration for The Shining.
Oh my goodness. How was it?
It was very cool. It's a beautiful place. It's in Estes Park, which I hope is doing better because I understand there's some fires around there right now, which is scary. But it's beautiful. We were there over Halloween. They had a hell of a Halloween party, as you can imagine. So it was a
And
blast.
where is this hotel?
It's in Estes Park, Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah.
So, anything weird happened while you were there?
So I have to admit there were a couple of weird things. We had, as guests, we had some ghost hunters come and take us on a ghost hunt all night, just us little writers. And so the one night before, we had a couple of our big guests who were there, Josh Mallerman and the sadly late, I call him Dallas, but Jack Ketchum. And they were reading in this underground tunnel. They took us to this underground tunnel at the hotel. And they read a couple of their short stories. And Josh wrote Bird Box. He had not written that quite yet, but he read us one of his scary stories. Jack read one of his. Well, very spooky. So the next day, the ghost hunters took us in this tunnel and they had a recording device. They said, okay, let's see if we can get the ghosts to speak to us because the Stanley is considered the most haunted hotel in the United States. So I know. So a group of us stood around and they said, okay, we're putting on the recorder, start asking the ghosts questions. Let's see if someone answers. So, we're each asking things, what happened to you? How did you die? Those sorts of things. Nothing's happening. Then one person says, did you like the stories last night? And a voice suddenly says, oh, yeah. And we all froze because everybody heard the voice from across the room from themselves, but none of us said it. So the ghost hunter said, okay, let's see what's going on. He rewound his tape, plays it back. You hear all of our voices asking our questions. Then you hear the woman ask, did you enjoy the stories? And after that is silence. The voice did not record. So that was very creepy.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes.
You said that was the scariest hotel in all of the United States?
It's reputed to be the most haunted
Oh,
hotel.
haunted, haunted.
Haunted, yes. That is me now. So this picture was taken outside room 217, which is supposed to be one of the most haunted rooms. I was just standing there. A friend of mine took the picture, and I don't know how well people can see it, but that little light there, if you zoom in, you can see it looks like there's a face that appeared in the door.
Ooh.
And we don't know what that's from. There was no light shining in. There was no one there. But and we didn't see it with our own eyes, but when the photo was taken, that face just appeared in the door. So,
Ooh, how cool.
right? It's a fun time. It's a good time.
Oh, how very, very cool. So, I understand you have a story to share with us.
I do. I do. I have a short story from a book called Dark Territories. This was produced by the Garden State Horror Writers. And it's one of my earlier stories. It's not too long. It's called Picky.
Picky.
Picky, like picky. All right. 3 years old, and Sarah still wouldn't eat. She'd nibble, she'd pick, but actually consume? Not once since she'd been weaned. Food was her arch enemy, mealtime's a battleground. It was her parents' only source of aggravation with their otherwise model child. Time for me to go back to work. Mommy put down a spoonful of peas and picked up the Courier News. A few weeks later, she had a much less stressful job than mommying at a company nearby. Sarah's parents put their own ad in the Courier News and interviewed potential nannies. One named Mala told them, "I raised 5 of my own. I'll get the princess over her fussing." Then Mala flashed her teeth at Sarah, who giggled. Mommy and Daddy were sold, and it became Nanny Mala's job to make choo-choos out of unwanted spoonfuls of peas. After they left for work, Sarah played with her bunny, Bunny, while Mala watched people fight over baby daddies on TV. When Sarah got bored, she tugged on Mala's skirt. Mala put her in her room. There, Sarah played with her toy piano and didn't come out again like a good girl or else. Mala let Sarah out at lunchtime. Sarah climbed into her booster seat and told Mala an important story about Bunny's garden of magical planted things. Eating them made Bunny super strong. Mala put Sarah's plate in front of her. Its 3 compartments were filled with yogurt, cut-up hot dog, and chunks of yellow cheese. Just looking at them made Sarah tired. "Hurry up." Mala stuck a fork in a hot dog slice and squished Sarah's fist around it. "It's almost nap time." "No, thank you, please." Sarah wanted to show off her good manners. She wanted Mala to start liking her. Mala smacked Sarah's hand. Sarah's eyes filled with wet. So did her mouth. "I said eat. Now," said Mala. She must have used her manners really wrong. Sarah didn't dare say anything else. Mala slapped her hand again. Twice. The back turned red like Snow White's cheeks. "I don't care what kind of crap your mama puts up with. When I say eat, you eat." Sarah's stomach rumbled. She listened to it, but, as usual, had no idea what it wanted. Mala tapped her foot. Sarah picked up a piece of hot dog and licked it. It tasted like floor. Her cheeks stung before she even saw Mala's hand fly. "Eat it, you spoiled brat!" A slap matched each word. When the words stopped, the slaps continued. Sarah made her eyes follow Mala's hand. As soon as it got close, Sarah turned her head and bit down on Mala's finger. Sweet and salty flowed into Sarah's mouth. For the first time since she'd stopped sucking on Mommy's boobies, Sarah tasted. Mala screamed. She pushed Sarah's head with her other hand and yelled bad words until her finger snapped off between Sarah's teeth. Sarah's tummy roared and woke up her taste buds. She tried to chew slowly to make it last, but couldn't. She tongued the soft and chomped the crunchy and slurped the juicy. Sweet Jesus! Mala fell down and hugged her hand. She squealed and rolled around like a piggy in the mud. Sarah giggled. She didn't know that Mala could be so funny. Sarah slid out of her booster seat. She scrunched down next to Mala's face. It had turned a weird gray color, but she still smelled so very yummy. "Can I have some more?" Sarah remembered her manners. "Please, thank you." But she was too hungry to wait for an answer. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So the Green Mountain, or not Green Mountain, the Garden State Horror Writers, is that
That was the group I did this anthology for. That story was in. The book that you were just showing is where my most current story appears. It's called Badass Moms. And I also have a story in Dystopian States of America. Those are the 2 anthologies with my latest stories. So if anyone wants to check them out, they're available through Amazon.com, online, and at bookstores as well.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Hildy. We'll bring you back for the quiz later on.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you.